So this is my 30-gallon African cichlid fry grow out tank. Got a few babies in there, some red shoulders, a couple dragon's blood, and 6 yellow labs. The yellow labs came from this tank here. Hard to see, I don't have the light on. There they are. Some beautiful yellow labs. And there's a couple SP44s in there. But this is the tank we're focusing on because this is the tank I'm going to make my aquaponics system on. My aquaponics system is going to go on the wall right behind it there. And hopefully, my idea of this, I've planned it out so that it is very energy efficient. In essence, it should only cost me about 32 watts a day to operate it. I've got all low wattage bulbs. I only plan on growing basil, lettuce, chives, low light plants that'll grow easily there. And it should be able to replace my hang on back filter there, which uses 13 watts. So we'll see. I've worked it out that it'll be an extra 32 watts about to run this system with the lights. So I will get back to you when I start the build. So my first step was to figure out where exactly I wanted the unit to be on top of the fish tank. I want it so that I can pump water up this side of the tank easily, and I can have a drain that goes into the tank right about back here at the back side. So this is what I've come up with. I've just put up a shelving unit, made sure it was level, and the next step is the box. So I picked this, I'm going to call it a media box. If you haven't realized yet, I'm not a horticulturist, I am an aquarist. I don't know much about growing stuff, so this is all an experiment for me. But I got this bin, I just got it at Walmart, 10 bucks. It's a 10-gallon bin, and if you're into aquariums, I guess you could consider this your sump tank using a sump filter system. The only difference is I'm putting mine on top of the tank, and I'm going to grow plants in it. And the plants should keep everything working in perfect balance with the tank. So this is a 10-gallon tub. I've taken a piece of 3/4 inch PEX water line. I've drilled a hole through the bottom of the thing, the box, and now I'm going to silicone the PEX water line in. I've left enough here so that water can just drain in, and at the bottom side I've left enough so that the drain will go right into the tank. And this is what it'll somewhat look like set up. Sorry, hard to do with one hand here. But that's what it'll be like. I've left myself enough space so that I can still do maintenance on this tank. I can take the lid off, I can take the light off, I can take any larger decorations out, I can catch fish easily. I didn't want to hurt that aspect of keeping fish. And also, my shelf is totally adjustable. My lights that I'm putting on, I'm going to use the same method to hang them above. I'll be using LED lights, but we'll get into that later, just for the energy efficiency of them. Anywho, I will get back to you when I get that siliconed in and get started on the media. Here's the layout for my light fixture. See, I got a bunch of squares. I got it all squared up, and it just looks like a bunch of diamonds. But I plan on putting light here, 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 and here. So 5 lights, I think, should cover it. I think this fixture is 18 inches by 24 inches. And I'm going to drill the holes to attach my fixtures. And you should be rocking out to your favorite beds while you're doing this. So while I've been waiting for my silicone to dry, I got my lights ready here, all wired. Very happy to see that they're actually working. I am not an electrician. but that's basically how I've wired them up thus far. I haven't put the one in the center yet because I just don't have a ballast for it. So when I do get a ballast, I will probably put another one in the center, although that is really bright as it is. These bulbs are LED daylight, 60 watts. They actually only use 10.5, these ones, and I have the Philips bulbs say that they're 60 watt and they only use 8 watts. So I have one of the 10.5 watts and the rest are 8 watts. So I've put my media in the bin. I have my drain tube in place with silicone, and I have a larger tube on the outside to keep the media from going into the drain area. I have it in the laundry tub right now because I'm just going to test it and get all the dust out of the clay media that I've used. I'm going to let it run for a while, and that should get rid of all the dust as I'm getting ready to set it up. Drain seems to be working good. I don't know if you can see all the dust, but all I'm doing is just move my hand around, make sure to get all the dust out of the pellets. And the pellets will eventually soak up a lot of the water. It is a good idea to soak them, and that way they won't float the way they are now. As soon as they're soaked, they'll sink and everything will work, but the drain seems to be keeping up at the top anyways, so it should keep up with my pump that'll be pumping my aquarium water up into the bin. Okay, through trial and error, I've had to do a couple modifications. So I ran just a straight up aquarium tubing through the top of the bell housing here, the bell siphon, and that seems to have helped. And I've also cut some notches in the bottom of it, and that seems to help with water flow. And it's pretty cool when this thing gets going. It just drains the tub, goes real fast, so that should offer me tons of filtration for my tank. Lots of air in it as well. Also, my pipe here that just keeps all my media out, and the bell siphon goes inside. I've actually siliconed it to the bottom of the tub because it was lifting up and letting some media in, and I could see a big problem happening if I get a big chunk of clay caught in that tube. That could be disastrous. So I've done that. Just one thing I'll add is use aquarium safe silicone. Don't just use any silicone. If the silicone has any mold inhibitors in it whatsoever, you will kill all your fish. So just 100% rubber silicone. It should say on the tube if it's aquarium safe or not, and just stick with the aquarium safe. So system is set up for testing. I have my little giant pump in the tank right there. You can see that or not. Line goes up and into the media right there. I think it's 80 gallons per hour. There's my bell siphon, and it's working away, as you can hear it. Into there. I still gotta work on the lights. I'm gonna actually put a piece of wood up into there so they sit flat and have something to stabilize there. This shelf seems to be holding okay for now. I'll put something nicer there. And there's my drain coming through into my tank, and it looks like it's doing a great job at getting some water movement on the top and pumping lots of oxygen into the tank. Sorry for the dirty tank, there's lots of algae. I'm getting a couple bristlenose plecos for this tank tomorrow, so I was kind of letting it build up so they got a little to snack on right away. And that's some Java moss in that bag. But so far, so good, no leaks. And looks like we're ready to start putting some plants in. I don't have any more space on my phone here for data, so this will be the end of this video, and I will have a part 2 when I go to plant all the plants in it and have it all set up nice and looking for it. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope it's helped you get yours going, and this looks like it's going to work absolutely perfect. Thanks for watching.